Lesson 6, page 5. My name is Michael Tsiapoudas with Patriarch of Psaltophiles, and we are teaching from the psaltic method, which you do not need to buy. And if you do decide to buy, the price only covers the printing costs. We do not make any money out of it. As Patriarch of Psaltophiles, it's only the printing cost, but you don't even need to buy it because you can download it for free as a PDF from patriarchofpsaltophiles.org. Last time we talked a little bit about characters of posodidos and how we can use them to say a melodic phrase that is going to have a bass, which means that it's going to have a phthongos, which the melody is going to revolve around, and then finally have a cadence on that main basis. And last time we actually chanted that melodic phrase. What we did last time in Byzantine music theory is called paralayi. Paralayi. So paralayi means we chant the notes. We chant the notes. When you go to church, you're not going to be chanting the notes. You're actually going to be chanting the lyrics, the words, the sacred holy words that we are going to place below these characters. When you chant the words, we say that you chant melos. Melos means we chant the words under the notes. So we have paralayi ke melos, and paralayi is when you practice home and you chant the phthongos so you know how the melody goes. And melos is when you actually put the words below the characters and you chant the words, not the notes. This time we are going to do both. We are going to chant this very short but very ancient hymn, which must be more than 1.5 millennia old, more than 1,500 years old, and which has been chanted according to our traditions in exactly the same way for all of these years in our ecumenical patriarchate. And we are going to learn how to chant it now in Byzantine music notation, and we are going to learn how to do it paralayi and how to do it melos. So let's start with paralayi. We are going to do paralayi 3 times, and we are going to say the melos once. Okay? The Vuga di ga di ke di ga di ke ga Vuga di ga di ke di ga di ke ga Vuga di ga di ke di ga di ke ga Και μια φορά μέλος and one time μέλος. Τες πρεσβείες της Θεοτόκου σώτερ σώσον ημάς. Okay. If you don't know how to read the Greek words, now it's a very good time to go and review your Greek alphabet. You can find plenty of resources online. We're not going to do this here because it's outside the scope of this book, but you should be able to read the basic letters. And let me give you an example of how you should be reading this kind of thing. So you see Taf, Alpha, Yoda, Sigma. Alpha, Yoda, we know that is pronounced E. So T, E, S. tes. Pi, rho, epsilon, sigma, pres. Vita, and epsilon iota, which is E, V. Alpha iota, E, S. Tis, The, O, To, O, Q, U. Okay? So, O, remember that omega is pronounced O, just like this omicron, this omicron, this omicron, and this omega. They're all pronounced the same thing. So, O, Te, Er, So, O, Son, I, Ma, A, As. Okay? It's a very good idea to find the liturgical text which you can search online for the liturgy of Saint John the Chrysostom in the original Greek language, and try and read the text. So that's going to make your lives easier when you try to put the text under the notes, when you try to chant melos. A little bit later, we are going to teach you how to actually read ancient Greek text. Okay? Martyria, you're going to see them many times in music text or scores, music scores, just like this one. You take a quick breath. You don't say the note vu, you don't say anything. It's just there to reassure you that you are on the correct phthongos. And you can take a quick breath. Okay, congratulations. You have actually chanted something very ancient, something that we will actually be chanting at church. This is one of the very first hymns after the liturgy starts that the chanter has to chant right after the priest starts the liturgy. And if you were able to chant this thing today with me, you have learned many things. You have learned that we have a scale. You have learned that we have notes, phthongus, tones or intervals. We have characters that they tell us how much to go up and down. We have martyries that tell us where we start and if we are correct at our in between and at the end, at the cadence. We have a vasis and we have cadences. And also we have paralagi και melos. So you can chant something paralagi and you can chant something melos, which is the actual way that you're going to be chanting at church. So congratulations. The last thing I want to tell you, and then I'm going to repeat this hymn one more time. And once again, repeat it as many times as you need so you feel comfortable for paralagi και melos. The last time I'm going to say it has been old wisdom from old chanters. If you chant something and you cannot quite say it correctly, repeat paralagi 3 times and then once melos. In other words, chant the notes 3 times and then say the melos once, the words. And if you cannot get it right, again, 3 times paralagi and 1 time melos. So along with the other advice that we have from old tradition and old chanters, thesis και άρσης χρόνος ένας, χρόνος και πάλιν χρόνος, and 3 φορές παραλλαγή και 1 φορά μέλος. 3 times παραλλαγή and 1 time melos. And if you cannot get it right, go back to 3 times παραλλαγή and 1 time melos. And don't forget to repeat as many times as you need the video so you can listen to the melody and get comfortable with the acoustics of it. Vu ga di ga di ke di ga di ke ga vu 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 ga di ga di ke di que diga vu, vu, vu. Vu, ga, di, ga, di, que, di, ga, di, que, diga, vu, vu. Melos. Tes preservies, tis theotoku, soter, son, imas. Okay, thank you, and I will see you next time.